We are live.
Should I start talking?
Mm-hmm.
On today's pod, we talk the new term tragedy porn. Last Dance, Eps 3 and 4, and Kodak Black might be teaming up with Donald Trump for, you'll find out. Let's get rocking.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, hey, Johnny, what's up?
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
Yeah, well, that's just like your opinion, man.
At no point were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
Knew it. I'm surrounded by assholes.
I award you no point.
Wow. And may God have mercy on your soul.
Hiya, and welcome to Pool Boy Radio. We are recording on Tuesday, April 28th. I am Henry O'Shea, joined as always by the big man himself, Jack O'Shea.
Oh, I'm looking clean today too.
Jack's wearing a tie,
Tie and shorts. It's
feeling good.
I feel like this is like a Nantucket look. Like if I was wearing like khaki shorts.
I don't think a lot of places outside Nantucket allow you to come in if you have shorts and a long sleeve button down with a tie on.
I mean, the long sleeve with the shorts alone is it's a look.
Long sleeve button down or just long sleeves?
Just a long I think
Because I'm a long sleeve shorts guy, 100%.
I know you are. And it's strange.
There's certain fashion things because it's 100% an East Coast thing, the button down tie and shorts.
Yeah.
And usually some type of boat shoe.
Yeah, and they're all pastel colors.
The LA version of that to me was the pants with sandals, which I still cannot even grasp.
I still just like, okay, so you're wearing pants to protect your legs, but your feet?
It makes absolutely no sense to me. Our dad, as soon as he saw somebody do that, he's done that to anytime that's allowed. He is now a pants sandals guy, because I think at a certain point it's like, this is the most comfortable. I'm just not a flip-flop sandal guy. I hate flip-flops.
He wears his rubber Croc sandals.
Yeah, those are good. Those are good.
Those are great sandals.
Are you do you like a flip-flop or a slide?
I don't really like wearing sandals.
I hate wearing them.
Yeah.
I hate the flip-flopping.
Well,
you know what I mean? I hate the flip-flop.
I'm carrying the shoe.
Yeah,
The shoes,
exactly. I'm doing the work.
I feel like my toes are always flexed to make sure that my flip-flop.
Same.
And the people who can just walk around wearing sandals willy-nilly, like they don't. I mean, they're just asking.
They're just flailing around.
They're just asking for a stub toe. They're just asking to trip.
It's a great name because they're literally flipping and flopping around.
Yeah.
And it's just making a lot of noise. Like, I hate every now and then someone's got a pair of squeaky shoes.
Yeah.
Get them out of here. I don't want them anywhere near me. Flip-flops are squeaky 24/7.
They're awful.
I love slides. Slides are great, but you look ridiculous if you wear slides.
What are
slides are like what you wear to before a game. So it's
Yeah.
like there's the one big hole.
You can wear with socks. Oh no, those are great. Those are like really comfy.
They're fantastic.
They're
but
like couch material.
for some reason, they're not accepted. Like they're
not cool.
you look kind of dumb.
We need Dr. Dre to like get on them because he did that with Beats by Dre, where it's like all of a sudden this is what everybody does. He needs to do that with slides by Dre.
I actually love wearing socks and slides, but like
they're
that,
the
I mean,
best.
we all learned the term "shooby" at a very young age in Rocket Power, and there's
Yeah.
one thing we wanted to be Twister in Rocket Power,
Yeah.
and we wanted to not be whoever they didn't like, and they didn't like shoobies, so it was like, well, I'm never wearing slides ever again. Just too big of a risk in case the Rocket Power team finds out.
I mean, there was no better feeling in the world, Henry, than when you are done with a baseball game, you could take your cleats off. Your socks are covered in dirt, and then you slide.
You put on your slides.
You go from cleats.
Just a cool look.
You go from cleats to limousines for your feet.
Just a cool look. I mean, any basketball player, you walk into the gym holding your shoes. Just awesome. Just awesome. Probably you don't need to. I remember we coached basketball. We got fifth graders walking in holding their shoes, and it's like, guys, your size 8 LeBrons won't be damaged by this carpeted basketball court floor that we're on. I
mean, that's also one of the funniest things in the world is when kids are growing. So instead of getting them the correct size,
you get a size above. You're going to grow into it.
You get a size above. You save yourselves a pair of shoes,
and you sprain your ankle for about 2 months before you grow into the right size. You know what I mean?
We had a friend who's actually been on the podcast before. I'm going to totally call him out, Connor, who I think we were like both like size 9s. And he was like, I'm gonna really skip ahead with this. And I think he got like a size 13.
Yeah, it was like, I'm gonna be smart about this. I keep buying new shoes, so I'm gonna go 4 sizes ahead. And
I think he's a size 10 now. I think
he maybe went up 1 since then.
Yeah. And so what was he? He was just wearing clown shoes. He was looking like a Like a real jackwagon.
Like a clown.
Yeah.
Cool. Tuesday pod. We're trying to do more during the week, so we're just gonna kind of do them whenever and talk about whatever. So no winners or losers or anything. We just gotta we got stuff on the dock. Stuff's happening. And we'll talk about it.
By the way, Dennis in the chat said, "What about Crocs?" We are big Crocs people, and
I just don't like. I'm just honestly, I don't like my feet being exposed.
But Crocs,
like even a Croc.
Yeah, no. Trust me, I'm gonna wear shoes before Crocs. But I will say that, like, if you're going to like a water park, and you're like, I can't wear sneakers.
Yeah.
Sneakers get wet. Crocs are the best because Crocs are literally just the marriage of a sandal and a shoe. You have full protection, but and they float.
You know what it is for me? I'm just realizing. I've talked about this before with people. There's a difference between East Coast grass and grass everywhere else.
Mm-hmm.
Where we grew up, grass was very itchy. It's like thick and sharp and extremely itchy when you're walking in it. And so when you're a kid, you're constantly in the grass without shoes on and stuff. And the only thing worse than walking in the grass is walking in the wet grass.
Oh my God! No, yeah. You walk in the wet grass. You're asking for not even immediately.
Just a bad time.
15 minutes later, you're gonna have some itchy feet.
Just a bad time.
And itchy ankles, and it'll climb up, and you're like, "Are these bug bites?" And it's just grass. And then as you're driving home, you're looking around at everybody's lawn, and it's like, do these people not know?
Yeah. How do they? What are they thinking?
What this can do to your feet?
What are they doing? But I think that's why I just got too tired, sick and tired of walking in grass with flip flops on.
Yeah.
It's just my nightmare.
Yeah.
Yikes.
It's the worst. What we got on the dock today, baby?
We got a couple of different things. We got the Last Dance Eps 3 and 4 came out on Sunday after we did our pod. You saw kind of bits and pieces of it, right?
I still haven't finished the last 2 episodes, and I don't know when I really will, unless Michaela's down to watch that instead of the Kardashians tonight. But like I don't know when I will, and all I want to do is watch it. Every time it's on, it's captivating.
It's super captivating. It's interesting that like it's kind of getting mixed reviews.
Interesting.
It's at least from what I've been seeing, anybody who grew up or who was an adult when this happened is like, nothing is new. This is basically we're kind of summarizing. Showing highlights of like everyone knows all the information they're saying, and so people have been criticizing it being like the only thing that was like not crossing the line, but like really making it a tell-all was there's one scene where Mike was like everyone was doing cocaine.
Yeah,
and it's like, oh cool, like wow, we didn't know that. Other than that, apparently it's like we already know this. I don't know any of it, so I'm loving it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like all I know is I watched the Bad Boys, the Pistons documentary, so I kind of knew that stuff a little bit. I've seen the Dennis Rodman documentary, so I kind of knew that. But like, I know shockingly little about Michael Jordan.
And I think that's intentional.
He doesn't really talk. All he does is wear Hanes t-shirts and smoke cigars.
Man, the fact. I wonder how much Hanes pays him. He must own part of it,
dude. I don't think Hanes makes enough money annually to afford whatever they pay him. I don't know what Hanes has some secret on Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Why would he pick Hanes?
I bet it's the grape guy. That's for the loom.
Jack, he has his own brand. Jordan brand, and it's massive. It's as big as Nike. Like, it is massive.
He must own a piece.
And then his other gig is with fucking Hanes?
Also, I'll say this. There hasn't been a time when somebody like a celebrity endorses something that I'm like, I'm in.
Because they endorsed it?
Has there been one? Have you been influenced by one?
I bet I can think of something.
I just like, just because Michael, I mean, granted, I'm literally wearing a Hanes shirt right now underneath this.
Oh, I love Hanes.
But it's not.
I love Hanes, but it's not for him. It's for me. It's not for him.
I don't want to be like Mike. I mean, I do, but it's not in the Hanes way.
No. And also, Hanes is for us.
Yes.
You know what I mean? We're supposed to love Hanes.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan, your undershirts should cost $1,000. They should.
They should be.
Where's there's a company, it's like James Purse, something like that.
Yeah.
They got t-shirts, and it's like each t-shirt's literally like $300 fucking bucks.
Aren't you curious what they're like?
Dude, I bet they're heaven.
Yeah.
I bet they're heaven. It's like getting in like I've never been, but like I can only imagine getting in like Drake's bed.
Mm-hmm.
I bet it's absurd. I bet it feels like a cloud.
You know what?
The thread count just keeps getting higher.
So I have a California King bed.
Do you? Is that what that is?
Yeah. It's a good bed, solid bed. California King, basically, it's like a little bit longer than a king, not quite as wide. So
here's a question, real quick. Why the fuck do we call bed sizes the things that we call them?
Why do you call?
Small, medium, large, XL.
Let me serve it back to you. Why do we call playing cards the things we call them?
What do you mean, like 2, 3, 4? What the fuck are you talking about?
King, Jack, Queen. Why are we doing this? Why King, Queen?
Because it's a king and it's a queen on the card.
King, Queen on the. Yeah, but why are they kings and queens?
Like, who decided to? I don't know who invented fucking playing cards.
Why not 11, 12, 13, 14?
Because it adds a little flavor.
I bet you the bed people and the card people.
You think this is all marketing?
I think they're all in cahoots.
It must be marketing because it is just annoying when it's like we got a twin, and then what's in between twin and the next one and queen? A full.
Yeah.
Twin, full, queen, king, California king. It's like, where the fuck did California come in here? No one was making big beds until we got out west.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So there's California king, and then I don't know if you've ever heard of Alaskan king.
Is that actually a thing?
There's Alaskan king. I'm
See,
not done
why?
Yet. I'm not done
We're
yet.
just going.
I'm not done yet. There's Alaskan king, which I believe is like an extra 2 feet on either side, which like sounds like not a ton, but it's a huge difference.
Yeah.
And they're like, Alaska king is for people who sleep where it's like husband, wife, a child sometimes sleeps in there, and you also have a large dog.
Yeah.
There's also one further, which I will get once I figure out how to get it, because I can't find any place that sells them really anywhere. Wyoming king. Now, Wyoming king.
Again, how are we picking these state names? And
Well-
why are they states at this
Well,
point?
it makes sense because California's a big state, Alaska's bigger, and
Wyoming's smaller than both of them.
but the population density is so low that when you're there, I think you're just like, this is the biggest place in the world.
I take it back. I understand Wyoming and Alaska because it's like an Alaskan king. It's like you look like a guy in the middle of fucking Alaska. There's nothing like you're in the wilderness. And Wyoming, it's like
It's so spacious.
look at the plains. It's
Yeah.
so fucking spacious. California, what are you talking about? It's gridlock, Jack.
Yeah.
Takes me half an hour to get a cup of coffee.
But anyway, Wyoming King Henry is literally like you know the fucking movie with what's Steve Carell? He's the magic guy.
Burt Wonderstone.
Burt Wonderstone. Super
Watching
underrated
that
movie.
tonight.
We have to watch.
That's
Burt
on the
Wonderstone.
docket. That is on tonight. Say no more.
Jim Carrey's best role. Yeah, I said it. That and then like Yes Man and then Dumb and Dumber. But he and then Ace Ventura. But he when he says like, oh yes, this is my bed. It's absolutely massive. Sleeps easily 12 people.
Yeah.
That's what Wyoming King is.
That's
Where it's
Wyoming?
just like it's the size of your bedroom.
I mean, it's massive. I remember beds were a big part of MTV Cribs.
Mm-hmm.
So Shaq's bed was a huge, like, remember he had like a big circular bed that like he looked tiny on, and you're like, how big is this fucking bed? And it's like, oh, it's like 14 feet wide. Like,
Yeah.
absolutely mad. You're just swimming in there. I don't want to crawl out of bed in the morning.
I
Like I sleep on the edge. I was actually thinking about this last night. I got a king. Why do I sleep on the edge? Why don't you sleep in the middle? I don't want to crawl out when I get up
Henry, there's a lot
like a baby
there's a lot of things I don't want, but I'm gonna do because I
because I want them.
because I want to seem like I do them. Okay, I'm trying to think like I don't want to wear a tie right now, but I do because it's a statement
Yeah.
to the people being like, wow,
It lets them know.
that guy
Wears ties.
wears ties sometimes.
That
And
guy
when
likes
you
ties.
see a guy with a huge bed, you're like, this. What doesn't this guy have?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess
This
you're
guy's
right.
got all the tools.
In my mind, that's the massage chair. If you walk into someone's house and they have a massage chair, it's like, okay, this guy, what doesn't he have? He has everything so much he got a piece of furniture that vibrates.
yes,
That means he's got it all.
he's got it all, kids.
I've never, I kind of hate those chairs, the massage chairs.
They're although there's two times when it's really great. One, my old haircut place had one. So when I was waiting for a haircut,
You sit in the massage chair?
so
But the thing, it's like 5 minutes every now and then. It's great. But at a certain point, it's like when you get a massage, what's happening during the massage is not what's happening when you're sitting in the massage chair. You know what I mean?
if you
Massages aren't just shaking you. Most massage chairs are just vibrant. They're just like you're in a fucking,
you
you're
sat
getting
in,
turbulence.
you sat in the wrong massage chairs.
What are you talking
There,
about?
there are some where it's like, I mean, granted, it
They
only
have a little ball and it's going all around your back,
it
and it's
gets
like,
one
okay.
spot. I mean, I push myself back.
Yeah, the thing, you have to do some of the work. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot like flip flops.
A lot like flip flops, massage chairs.
Call back.
I always think of Crazy Stupid Love when I think of massage chairs. Yeah, but the Last Dance doc is, I think it's pretty sweet. I also want to see more, like the big thing when they were promoting it was like Michael Jordan being like, y'all are going to think I'm an asshole. And right now it's like, I don't think you're like a great guy, but you're not that bad. I want them to like really, everyone hates Michael Jordan. Like
Yeah.
everyone, if you say you like Michael Jordan, either he's done a lot for you or you're lying. Like at least
Or
that's
you're scared of him.
right, or you're scared of him. Like everybody, he's an asshole. So like, I want to see more of that, of people being like, God, he was such a dickhead.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, fuck him. But it's good. He's fucking, he's talented.
So far, at least from what I've seen, they've only gone through like the good times.
It's confusing because they jump back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
But
like
what's
Pulp Fiction.
what's really confusing about it is while they're jumping back and forth, they're going through specific guys' life stories. So they'll go like it's the main parts of '98, and then they'll go back to Jordan, drafted in '84, and you're like, okay, this is the past. But then we're talking about we cover Jordan through like '90, and now we're talking about Dennis Rodman in '88.
Yeah.
And it's just confused. Like the timeline is very confusing. So if you're not looking when they on the screen show like we're going back now,
Yeah.
you're just fucking lost.
I've asked you
Yeah.
multiple times watching it, like, wait, so this is when he was on the Pistons.
Yeah.
Man, Dennis Rodman's the hero of the story.
Also, biggest takeaway, and I gotta tweet this. I can't believe I just thought of this. My biggest like, what the hell, in the documentary is when they show young Phil Jackson without a beard or a mustache. He looks like a monster to me. Like he looks scary. He has his face is obviously gigantic.
Yeah,
and it's like so gaunt.
Yeah.
It's nuts. The only thing I can compare it to, doesn't he kind of look like human Shrek when Shrek turns into a human in Shrek 2?
Well, yeah, he's got the same hair.
Right, the hair and just like the holy shit. I mean, sometimes when people have mustaches their whole life, and it's like interesting choice, and then you see him without the mustache, and you're like, oh my god, that's why.
Us mustachioed people, we there's a reason why, and it's because we look more masculine. It's like me, Tom Selleck, Phil Jackson. We all get it. We're all the same.
Everyone's on the same page. Everyone's on the same page.
Also, I really love this comment. Derek Supala said, "What's fucking sup from Hawaii?"
Aloha, my brother.
Aloha.
I saw a TikTok of somebody in a Hawaiian high school being like, going up to random kids and being like, what's something people say in Hawaii that they don't say other places?
Howdy.
I didn't understand a single word they said, and they were all fucking awesome.
I lived with a guy who...
I want to know Hawaiian lingo. I know a little bit of Italian lingo, and I try to bring it out as much as I can.
It's called pigeon. Have you heard that?
Yeah, but like they also have they had sayings and stuff that you're like, what did you just say? It sounded fun. You know? Like,
that sounds like a good time.
That
I'd like
sounds
to talk
great.
like you.
That sounds great.
I'd like to talk like you.
But then I'm sure if you say it, then that you automatically become a haole. And there's nothing I want to be less than a haole other than a shubi.
We already are Howleys.
Oh, yeah, I know. By definition.
There's no way I go to that island and anybody's not like, you're the fucking problem.
You're the problem.
You're the fucking problem.
I think if we went on vacation, we'll probably be okay. I think if we went and tried to steal waves from people, maybe we get a little flack.
Dude, I won't even go in the fucking ocean. No problem there. Although
we should go to Hawaii and have one of us run in with the boogie board and see how fast we can get our asses kicked.
Fucking, what am I, a sponger, dude? That's what they call them. They call them spongers. Which, by the way, I'll take it.
Yeah,
I'm not going to the ocean, period. I'm also afraid to skimboard. Doesn't skimboarding seem...
It's a recipe for falling on your face and skinning your knees.
It just seems like a broken ankle.
It just seems like I'm going to fall backwards. It's like why I stopped healing.
And I remember when you fell healing and you were like...
I was healing everywhere, and then I fell so goddamn hard on stone ground. And I was like, I don't want... It's not worth it for me for that to happen again. It's just not.
We got to remake Achilles Healy, by the way.
We will. We totally should. You're right.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. Moving on. What else is going on? Oh, so there's this new term. So I love these terms. So there's a new term called tragedy porn. And so first there was murder porn.
Yeah.
Which was what do you call it? Like people loving true crime stuff and true detective, like really fucked up documentaries and TV shows, which I do love, I love really fucked up movies and TV great.
shows, except they scare me.
They scare me. Like, I kind of love it. I don't know. Then there was it wealth porn? I want to say it was wealth porn.
That's a real thing.
So wealth porn's a real thing, which is like Succession, all these shows about like really rich people, like billions, where people are obsessed with them, and it's like just about this like kind of, even though they're assholes, this rich, wealthy douchebag lifestyle. Like people love that.
I love assholes.
And then the new thing is tragedy porn.
Lick 'em.
So tragedy porn is exactly, and I called this out during the draft, but you have to be kind of very careful about it. ESPN, biggest fault ESPN has in my mind is it ESPN and about sports, or is it Make-A-Wish and we're talking about these kids that are extremely unfortunate, unlucky, and are sick and stuff. And it's like, hey, we're all here for the kids. Where are my Wizards highlights? You know what I mean? Like we spend half an hour on like, it's super sad. It always is. But it's every fucking day, this kid and that kid and this. And it's like, fuck, this is depressing. Again, where are my Wizards highlights?
And I get it now because there's no Wizards highlights.
Yes.
But outside of that, you're right. There are times when it's like, okay, so here are all the games that happened last night. And then
now we take you to a small town in Illinois.
Yeah, where the only thing they have is corn
and football. Yeah, exactly. And it's like this blind kid, and then it's like, fuck, man. Like, this is super sad. I wish him the best. I hope everything you've done for him.
I wish
great.
the kid no ill will.
And I hope he meets all the people and stuff.
But
I
get
just,
the fuck off my
I just
screen.
don't want to watch it.
Yeah.
I just don't want to hear about it.
It also sort of desensitizes you after a
In
while.
a million. Check. We were talking about the commercials with the wounded animals, and it's like, call. First time you see that commercial, you're like, what can I do? You want my shirt off my back?
What can I possibly
Do you want
give
my
you?
shoes?
What can
And then
you're the little drummer boy.
Exactly.
I don't got shit. I can play the drum.
This
for
is
you,
all
though,
I can
Jesus.
do, and I'm gonna give it to
Yeah,
you.
okay?
This is all I can do. I'm
Which,
gonna
by
give
the
it to
way,
you.
So metal.
Yeah, it's a it's a punk rock song.
If you listen to the Little Drummer Boy, the Christmas song, it is the most metal song of all time.
He's got no gift to give, Jack, but his
He is a poor boy too. I got no, but I brought my drum. Mary gives him in the nod. He's like, okay. And I hope it's just a snare. I hope it's just Nick Cannon drumline.
Oh, I'm sure. And I'm sure it's still impressive. And I'm sure it still brought the tears to the eyes of
And then
everyone.
Jesus just started tapping his foot.
Yeah, little foot
The
tap.
ox and the lamb kept time.
And then he grabbed his rosary and started doing a little. But what was I saying? Tragedy porn. Oh yeah. So ESPN is just Make-A-Wish now. Again, I hope these kids all meet John Wall and other wizards, but at the same time, I don't want to. I don't want to watch it.
Yeah.
Get off the fucking TV.
You know what is kind of funny though is when you have like really good athletes when they're meeting the kids, and then sometimes you have athletes where it's like that guy doesn't even want to be there.
Yeah, there's certain people like go way above and beyond. It's like,
Yeah.
God bless you. But this year's NFL draft, they decided, hey, you know what's not working? Let's do even more of that. So every player that got drafted that had anything in his entire life
It's American
ever
Idol.
that happened that was sad, anything. Like I kind of get it if it's like last year his dad died, this or that, and it's like, damn, it inspired him to do this season, and now he's getting drafted higher than expected, whatnot. We're literally talking about, it's like when he was 9, his cousin fell in a pool and was electrocuted. It's like, how are you guys even digging this stuff up?
Dude,
It's just depressing.
It's American Idol. Remember when American Idol? Actually, I think American Idol is still on, but it's
It is
American
still on.
Idol when it was like, okay, who here has ever been homeless?
Yes. If
Are
you're
you-
homeless, raise your hand, and you're going to Hollywood.
Yeah, your voice isn't as good as that person's voice, but this person has privilege.
Yeah, and
So you, yeah,
honestly, I remember there's this one kid, this one guy.
I know. I'm pretty sure I remember.
You know,
who you're
talking about
speaking
this
of.
guy lived in his car. He was homeless and auditioned, nailed it, went to Hollywood and sang that Grace Kelly by
I wanna be like Grace Kelly.
yeah, that song,
Woo.
and absolutely
By Mika.
Mika absolutely nailed it. And I immediately was like, what the fuck is that song? Who's Mika? And then like a week or two later, you're like, why isn't this guy going to win this thing? And then you realize he's kind of homeless for a reason.
Well, he's annoying as fuck.
He's annoying and he's a nut job.
Yeah. Oh,
like,
yeah.
but he's like not such a nut job that when you're first talking to him, it's like he's not like the crazy guy on the sidewalk talking to himself. But
Yeah.
it's like this kid wasn't like, didn't get his leg swept under him. There's a reason the guy is living out of his car.
Mhm.
It just happens. He just happens to have a good voice. It's coincidence.
Yeah.
You know.
It's like the movie with that one movie that nobody watched with Jamie Foxx and Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, where Jamie Foxx was like half mentally disabled and played the violin.
Played a shit.
They
out
did
of the
not sell
violin.
that one hard to me. You got to sell me more if you're going to put a wig and an accent on Jamie Foxx like that.
No, he's good. I don't know. Let's not talk about that movie.
Anyways, I totally agree. Everyone's like, the only part that was bad about the draft is, holy shit, this is depressing.
Yeah.
And it really is.
By the way, if people are looking, they're like, Jack, get off your phone. I'm literally just doing stuff for the podcast right now. That's why I'm doing this thing right now.
Sure he is. Moving on. The Mountain from Game of Thrones. I won't pronounce his name because it's all Icelandic and
Thor
ish.
Bjornsson.
Something like that. He is going on ESPN and will live attempt to deadlift 1,100 pounds.
That's the shit I'm talking about.
So
That's
pretty
fucking
cool.
awesome.
You know what I like? When it used to be like, as far as like strong stuff went, it was like Mr. Olympia, like Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's all about how they look. And eventually everyone was like, this is pretty gay. But also, I don't really care. Everyone's ripped up. I don't need to look at, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not that into judging.
Yeah.
Arnold was such a freak. Now it's like half the guys at the gym are monsters. Like
Yeah.
it's you can get ripped. It's not that impressive.
Mhm.
And now it's become, in my mind, the impressive stuff is like, how much can you fucking lift, dude?
Yeah.
Like, how much can you seriously? How can you pick up how many of these stone circles or orbs and move them? You know, like the strongman competitions.
Of course I do.
And so that's kind of getting back into the mainstream, which I like, because I think it's more of a more impressive feat than just getting all ripped up.
You know what I want them doing is, and I'm surprised that they haven't done it yet. I want them to be before he does the 1,100-pound thing live. If they can have like a large scale and just sort of give you a size comparison, like he's in Iceland. I think it's a fishing country. If he can have just like however many salmon
would equal that weight.
Yeah,
I agree.
And just so you can visualize it, because a lot of these plates are super dense. That's why they're so great. I know as somebody who's just cut up and massive.
Have you ever seen those photos of it's like, this is what $1,000 looks like, $1 million, $1 billion, $1 trillion?
Yeah, I don't believe him.
What do you mean you don't believe him?
It just looks too crazy. The jump's too crazy. I know it's true.
Really?
Yeah.
I totally believe him. It seems it's nuts. But like the crazy part is it's like $100,000 is like a stack. $1 million is like, okay, it's like a square, 8 feet high or something like that. $1 billion is like the Empire State Building, and then $1 trillion is like literally you could go to the moon.
Like you're on the fucking moon.
Like you're on the fucking moon.
Yeah.
So I love any visualization like that.
Yeah.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
I like the salmon knot too.
Right?
How many barrels of salmon does this thing?
Also, just a shout out to the Icelandic fishing culture.
How much is 1,100 pounds to deadlift? I'm pretty sure I got that number right.
How much is that?
Like, is that insane? I know it's 1,100 pounds, but I'm saying, what are like NFL linebackers deadlifting, you think?
Not 1,100.
But like 500, 600? I have no idea.
Yeah. I think if you are in the NFL, you should be able to deadlift. Like I can deadlift like 500 pounds.
Okay.
So, but I think like the NFL, it's like, basically it's like 600 to 800 probably.
Gotcha.
And then once you get to the once you're in the 700s, you have
big
to
drop
be
off.
massive.
Yeah.
Like you just at a certain point.
What's the world bench record?
Like 1,000, I think.
Holy
oh no, these
fuck.
are all number stats. Elena or anybody else, but hopefully Elena or stats.
Holy
So
shit! What was I gonna say? I remember Richie Incognito,
yeah,
lineman who
I love. We forgive Richie.
Yeah, he was great. He bullied that guy James Martin, and then James Martin went absolutely nuts. And there was that whole thing with the gun at the school last year. It's like, what the fuck? But he was an O lineman for the Dolphins, and he was bullying this other O lineman. And they asked him, like, why were you so hard to him? And his first thing he said was like, he couldn't even bench 350.
Yeah, pathetic.
And I remember being like, sick.
Yeah.
It's a hardcore and awesome comment.
Yeah,
that he's a pussy because he can't bench 350. I can't bench 350, but he's a pussy because he can't.
Honestly, that's pretty pathetic. He's a lineman. He can't bench 350.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, that's their job is to push. That's like the one position in sports where benching actually really is you should be able to bench.
It shows how good you are.
Yeah.
But yeah, I couldn't bench it. So that would be pretty good. Good for the Mountain. Just making a career out of post Game of Thrones stuff.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I think he's
also what a lucky guy.
Mm-hmm.
His name no one could ever pronounce. He's on a show called The Mountain. That's the coolest nickname ever. So now everyone knows him because you can quickly refer to him as The Mountain.
Hapthor, but he goes by Thor, so he does also have.
Yeah,
That's
Thor's
another
pretty cool
bit of
too. Thor's pretty cool too.
Yeah. It's better than Hapthor, but you spell it Hapfor and with like some weird Icelandic bullshit.
Yeah, we should have him in more stuff.
Yeah, he can't talk.
Oh yeah, not at all. And his girlfriend's like 5 feet.
It's awesome.
It's like, what are you doing?
Shaquille O'Neal one time he was on like the Late Show or some shit,
and
his girlfriend's like 5 feet tall, and she can pick him up.
How's that possible?
Because if you stand up, like you can pick up. Like she's not like bending down and picking him up.
Yeah,
She's
you're just
like
kind of leaning on her,
and she doesn't fall over.
Leaning back.
Yeah, dangerous game though.
Very dangerous. The most dangerous game. Moving on.
What's up, Brad Schmitz?
Kodak Black. Who actually like?
Who is he?
The rapper. He's the guy with the crazy hair. He looks like
The Weeknd.
No, he looks like a cartoon character. What cartoon character? It's like someone from Rugrats. He has like an afro, but then it's like carved out, so there's like it's almost like spikes on his afro. You know what I'm talking about?
I dig that.
But they're not sharp. They're like
that's like the type of thing that you would make in like Tony Hawk Pro Skater.
Exactly. It's like kind of one of those haircuts. He's always in jail for stuff. People love him because he's kind of an idiot, but he's great. So he tweeted out this week. He goes, "Tell Donald Trump to pull up on me. I got a brilliant idea. I thought of something back in Miami, but I dismissed it because I'd be thinking I'm crazy sometimes. This shit keeps following me, though."
I'd be thinking that too.
He goes, "This ain't got nothing to do with my wrongful conviction," which I love him throwing that out there.
Just immediately? It's
By the
wrongful.
way, Trump, I'm not asking for a pardon. And then he goes, "Come see me. I got my Corona mask on. If it's not worth anything, you can kill me. I'm ill for real. This needs to be televised." So one,
So I'm fascinated.
he has me hook,
Yeah.
line, sinker.
What is it?
I don't know. He hasn't told us
Yeah.
yet. By the way, if you want to talk to the president, this is how you do it.
Yeah, you reach him out through his
This is how
throat.
you do it. First of all, say that he can kill you if you don't find it interesting.
Yeah.
Stakes
Up-
are on the
dude,
line.
Up the fucking
Yeah,
stakes.
stakes
yeah.
are on the fucking line.
Yeah, call his bluff.
We've already proven with ASAP Rocky and Kim Kardashian and stuff, Trump will talk to just about anybody if he thinks that you got some clout and are important. So I like him like this isn't that far fetched.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like that's what a difference in the world. Obama used to do the March Madness bracket, but now Trump's like bringing in rappers to spit and
Yeah.
spitball and chew ideas together.
And I'm just going to rip on Obama really quick. Every March Madness bracket, he would have his final four would be either the 4 1 seeds or he'd throw in the 2 seed that is a perennial 1 seed.
Yeah, what I don't get. Yeah, you're totally right. Where it's like,
He'd be like, UConn. It's like, wow, what a stretch.
yeah, Gonzaga's the one, but he actually has UConn
He
as the
actually
2
had-
seed
he actually
coming
had
in.
Duke going
Yeah.
to it's
I never get why if you're famous and you're filling out a bracket, who gives a fuck? Go nuts,
nobody gives a fuck.
right? Like you're not gonna. If it's chalk, you lose.
Yeah.
So even if you get it right,
I
you don't
respect you
lose.
more if you're calling upsets.
Pick an 8 to win. Pick a
Yeah.
5 to win. Pick a 4
Yeah.
to win. Anything. Just be fun with it.
Like it would be if I was the president, I would immediately be like, I'd pick an 8 seed and be like, I would.
If they do it, you're the man. At every
Yeah.
press conference, they're asking you about your Cyclones,
If-
Iowa State. You know
If you do it, you know what that means, Henry?
what?
4 more years.
4
Because you're
more
like, this
years.
guy knows the
4
fucking future.
more years.
Yeah.
But I'm very excited to see what this idea. I love how honest he is, by the way. Where he's like, I had this idea for a while. I thought it was stupid, but it's not, man. Like
Yeah.
I can't get it out of my head. I can't get this idea out of my head.
I really want to know his ideas. I love when celebrities come out with ideas too. Like, was it Costner or Kevin Costner when the BP oil spill happened? He was like, by the way, I'm working on something.
This
And it's
is,
like, Kevin Costner.
Yeah, I'm
rookie?
I'm brainstorming. I'm spitballing
That's
ideas
Dennis
right
Quaid.
now.
I'm an idiot.
I'll let you know what might be happening. So I'm excited to see. I think Trump will respond. You see the Trump Lamar Jackson stuff a little while ago?
No, what'd he do?
So Trump out of nowhere for some reason tweeted something about Lamar Jackson being like great pick, like about the Ravens picking him last year and like great player, all this stuff. And Lamar just responded, "Trust Trump," and everyone was like, "Fuck you, you're the worst," because he's the worst. And
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson was like, "The president tweeted at me. I'm not gonna not respond."
Yeah.
And I totally agree. Where it's like
You would
at
something.
a certain point, at certain people, I'm not gonna call you out just like I don't know you.
You want something that's gonna be interesting if Biden wins is people now are super used to the president constantly checking in on a platform they're on. And
I know people make fun of his tweets. I think a lot of people enjoy it.
I think everybody.
I think it's hilarious, but I think a lot of people are like, at least we're hearing from him all the time.
yeah.
You know?
I think the people that don't at least enjoy the tweets.
Mm-hmm.
I think the people that are like actually upset with the tweets are the people who are upset about a lot of shit.
Yes.
They're the people who are very upset about cars passing them in the road. Like, slow down. Like,
Yeah.
they're those people, which is me sometimes. But that car was booking it, and there are kids in this neighborhood.
I am so half and half with like road rage stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Where like half the time it's like I'm not in a rush, or if like someone's in a rush behind me, I'm almost like half the time go ahead, go around me, and half the time I'm like, where could you possibly be going that you have to get there?
Yeah.
And then every time I'm in a situation where I'm like, get out of the fucking way, I
Yeah.
need to get there. I'm like, how do you not know where I need to go?
You know how I calm down every time? I just tell myself that person probably has scorching hot diarrhea.
I told people that you say that before because I remember we've been in the car and a guy passes and it's like, what the fuck? And you're like, I bet he's going to like shit his pants.
I bet he's shitting his pants right now. Like,
Because if anyone rolled their window down and said, I'm gonna shit my pants, I gotta cut you off and go by you, I'd be like, roll on through. Come on.
also,
roll on through.
Here's a little piece of advice. If you ever have to get out of anything, if you ever need an excuse for anything, if you say I have terrible diarrhea, you can get out of anything.
And nobody wants to talk about it.
Because people are like, all right, he wouldn't tell me that if that wasn't true.
Yeah.
You're not just going to say that.
And they're not gonna be like, oh really? How bad is the diarrhea?
No.
You know?
They don't want
Tell me more about the diarrhea.
Wait. Can you go a little bit further on this diarrhea?
Yeah, I want to know more of the specifics about your diarrhea situation.
Anyway, that's a little piece of advice from your Uncle Jack.
That's pretty good one. Just moving on. We don't have too much stuff. Oh, they had some. They released some stuff about Avengers Endgame, stuff that got deleted.
Do tell.
It's not super interesting, but apparently Captain America was supposed to be the Soul Stone for a while. It was like, where's the Soul Stone? And it's like, it's
Harry
a
Potter.
person. Yeah, exactly. Very Harry Potter.
He is the Horcrux.
And that's why they That's
So
why they
wait,
dismissed
Captain
it.
America was supposed to be the Soul Stone.
Where they're getting all these stones. Where's the Soul Stone? And if you remember, the whole thing about the Soul Stone is like no one knows where it is.
But how would it have been?
I don't know the full
Anally?
story, but we probably would have had to blow him up or someone to get it. Could have been cool.
Anally? Like when did it happen? I don't know.
I'm with. Maybe that's why they didn't do it.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why.
Yeah.
Because I'm not quite sure. You've heard the thing that he was supposed to get his head cut off.
What?
So it wasn't like he was gonna die. There was gonna be like a time traveling. You see, like there's 2 Captain Americas, and one of them gets his head just fucking decapitated
From what?
from Thanos, which I would have liked.
That would have been good.
I would have enjoyed that.
That's the type of edgy shit you do want.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you're already killing somebody. I guess not Nebula, the green one. She died, but then her future
Gamora,
self
but then
came
she's back.
I think we all would have gotten over it because there's still a Captain America there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder if you there were 2 of you, one of you died, would you like mourn the other you?
It totally depends.
I mean, you're in therapy for life there.
It totally depends. Honestly,
Because talk about thinking why wasn't that me?
you're saying like a Rick and Morty situation.
Yeah. Like that's the most fucked up.
I think I'm good.
Yeah?
I think I'm totally fine. I
I-
think you see another one yourself, you almost go fight or flight going, only one of us can be here. I'm not fucking leaving.
That's what happened with Captain America.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like, I see another me, it's like, I can't let you have this, bro. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like,
I wish I could.
and also I can't fucking trust you because I'm thinking about killing you right now. So you're
Yeah.
thinking about killing me.
Yeah.
So it's literally just first to pull the draw. It's like in The Prestige when he
Yeah.
clones himself, and then it's like, no, and the clone's like, fuck you. Like,
Man, the Prestige is something I don't know if I want to watch it again anytime soon because it's such a mind fuck. But man, that is such a good movie.
Are you allowed to make movies anymore where the twist is that there's twins? I feel like if you did that, it would be like, it's fucking Prestige. You know what I mean?
I think as long as you're not in the magic sphere, I don't know.
Because I would love maybe there's a triplets twist. That could work.
There's a third of them.
That could be fun.
Mm-hmm.
There's 3. Can you do identical triplets? You can, right?
Yes, very rare.
What a jam up that would be.
And then sometimes too, there are identical twins. There's triplets, and 2 are identical, and 1's not. Talk about being left out.
Or I think you kind of win. You're the unique one.
I don't know. I mean, it all depends because there's like, I feel like with twins, none of the twins we know, but I feel like with a lot of like the celebrities where it's like they have a twin, it's like, oh, and their twin, like Ashton Kutcher's twin, it's like he's not looking very good.
Yeah.
He's got some issues. I feel like if you're the triplets, if there's the identical ones and the non-identical one, I feel like one of them's really winning out, and it's a tough life if you're not one of the winners.
Yeah.
You know, it's a tough go of it, and we feel for you guys if you're watching and listening.
Hang in there, triplets.
Yeah.
What else we got going on?
Our fact checker, Elena said, rare indeed.
Rare indeed.
It is rare.
What else we got going on? ESPN's firing a bunch of people.
Yeah.
Dan Le Batard. Praise the Lord.
Dan Le Batard's gone?
I've been begging for Dan Le Batard to leave for a long time.
Highly questionable.
Yeah, I know.
Did they let his dad go?
I hope so.
Yeah, Dan Le Batard.
Dan Le Batard's highly questionable. Daily Show.
I mean, granted, we aren't happy that he lost his job, obviously.
No, he's been asking for this for forever.
Yeah.
It's not like they're firing him. It's like, dude, you're such a fucking asshole. And he's one of those guys like he doesn't respect management, so he's
Yeah.
always calling out his bosses and stuff.
Well, that's
And
the
it's
thing
like,
with
dude, you're not that valuable. Wherever Dan Le Batard will go, no one will
a
follow.
lot of ESPN guys who are reading the teleprompter, they love being like, no, then I stuck it to management. That's the old school, like Dan Patrick, Olbermann. What's Olbermann's
Keith
first name?
Olbermann.
Keith Olbermann. Like they're always like, and oh boy, was the president pissed.
Yeah.
But we were just making fun of him on the air, and it's like nobody could tell.
Also, you lost your jobs.
Yeah.
And also, Keith Olbermann, what the fuck are you up to right now?
You got into politics, now he's in sports.
He gets a job for a month every 6 months and then gets fired because he's an asshole. But Dan Le Batard, every now and then, someone I'll be watching or ESPN will be on and highly questionable will be on, and someone will be like, "Who's that old guy?" And it's like, this is actually difficult to explain because who he is the host's dad. Does he know anything about sports? Not at all.
But
why is he there?
A Cuban accent.
I was going to say, why is he there? To make fun of his accent.
Yeah.
That is literally the only reason he's there.
And
It's weird.
And here's the thing: Dan Le Batard and Stugatz,
Stugatz is such a dumbass. I hate
they
Stugatz.
think the accent is still so funny.
Yeah.
Every time.
Every time he says anything, they die.
No, I can't believe he's on
They
the
die.
show. And it's like it's been 5 years.
Stugatz, it must have been like a year or two ago. he went on a whole rant against Colin Cowherd because Colin Cowherd is basically like Dan Le Batard's show is terrible because they don't do any research or homework or watch anything. They just go on and talk. And so they're all pissed off. And Stugotz was like, Colin Cowherd, whatever network you're on, I don't even know where you are. Colin Cowherd's the number one radio show in the country.
Yeah.
It's like, you guys, like, they're just so out of touch. They think they're
Colin Cowherd is why you might be out of the job.
yeah,
soon,
like, what are we
Stugotz.
talking
Yeah.
about? But also Will Kane, I think, is leaving, which is a bummer. He's an SMU grad.
Yeah.
I like Will Kane. What else we got going on?
That's a bummer, though. But I mean, of all things, though, too, and as people who work in the entertainment industry, like, you're always now worried. And I mean, the entertainment industry right now, you see Netflix. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but Netflix has been buying basically all these movies that were going to be in theaters.
Yeah.
And now they're Netflix originals,
Yeah.
which is really cool. And it's
Great
great
idea.
for quarantine if you have Netflix or pirate account like we have both. Not, you can't sue us for
Only
that.
thing we don't have is Hulu. I can't get myself to buy Hulu.
We do have Hulu. I didn't realize that we do. I still pay for Hulu.
We got to put it back on the fucking TV.
Maybe. Yeah, we'll put it on the TV.
Okay, thank God. Just the Hulu pisses me off for some reason. The interface.
Yeah.
When you click on something, it takes you to the pilot episode.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, take me to the fucking what episode I want to pick page.
Yeah.
Who on earth wants to watch the first episode? Anyways.
But so for all these like digital media companies and stuff, Netflix was saying like, yeah, our sales have gone up. Everything is going great. We're buying movies that we wouldn't have been able to buy for pennies on the dollar. It's awesome. Except now they are like, but we're really worried about the future because production will just run out. So they are running out like unless Netflix just keeps on buying stuff that is currently in post-production, they're like eventually
They can't make anything new right now.
Yeah. Which is why thankfully John Krasinski and Will Smith and us are still making content.
Thank God. What else we got going on? Oh, what's her name? Gigi Hadid and her guy from One Direction are having a baby.
Zayn. Michaela told me that.
Zayn.
She said it's going to be a very symmetrical baby, to which I said, I don't know.
By the way, I bet all the money I have that baby is ugly as fuck. I'm not going to lie. Anytime you have two people who are very good looking in interesting ways,
okay,
they get the, do you know what I mean though?
Yeah.
Anytime you get like honestly, Brad Pitt, Angelina Jolie, I don't think their kids are going to end up being good looking. Where it's like you these two beautiful people who are like striking features. It doesn't translate. Honestly, Bruce Willis, Demi Moore.
Well,
those kids look fucking ridiculous. I'm sorry, but they look nuts.
To be fair, are either of them really attractive?
Demi Moore is gorgeous, and Bruce Willis is a absolute stud. If Bruce Willis isn't handsome, Jack, what the fuck are we trying to do?
I'm with you. I think Bruce Willis.
Like, what are we
attractive,
even? Who are we trying to be?
But I think it's in an unconventional way, and I think
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
I think he's an inch away from Ron Perlman.
But see, that's in my mind. They're unconventionally good looking.
Yeah. Okay. But you think Zayn and Gigi are?
Yeah.
That kid's gonna.
Also,
get
how
so
tall
much,
is he? Is he like 5'9"?
Well, I bet
this is gonna be little kids.
I feel like she's like.
She's gonna be 5'2".
How tall is Zayn? How tall is Gigi?
Bella's tall.
5'10" both. She
Nah,
says. Also, is it Gigi or is it Gigi? Because
I think the court's still out on that one.
If we ever somehow get Gigi Hadid on here,
she's 5'10". Fuck.
I promise you, if we have Gigi Hadid on here, I will say, so Gigi.
So Gigi. And he's 5'9". She's taller than him.
Yeah. And she's, I think, a model.
Yeah, of course she's a model.
Okay. She's a model, so she wears heels all the time.
That's interesting.
Tough look for Zayn.
I bet the kids are actually be pretty tall then. Usually if the mom's taller than the dad, the kids are tall.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's true.
But yeah, they're having a baby.
Mm-hmm.
Quarantine baby. It's going to be a big thing.
We're about to see a baby boom, dude.
Yeah. What else we got going on? Let me look.
What else do we have? There was a thing I wanted to say, but I'm trying to remember what the fuck it was. Let's see what you guys have to say. Gus Andrews says, I'm a little late to the Pod Boys, but Achilles Healy is the pinnacle of comedy. Thank you, Gus. I think we remake it.
I think we did too. Kristen Cavallari and Jay Cutler's divorce.
Oh, yeah.
First off, forgot to talk about the other day.
We did talk about the other day.
No, we did, but forgot to talk about how Jay Cutler's about to go on a 2-year ass bender.
No, he's about to tear it up.
The guy is incredibly good looking. He's not playing football anymore. So now what's his thing? Whenever football players retire, it's like, I'm just going to like get really fashionable.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? He's like, it's like they just all of a sudden it's like, well, I can buy nice clothes. Let me just have someone buy me nice, cool clothes. He's nailing the 5 o'clock shadow game.
Mm-hmm.
His haircut's looking better than ever. He's low key 6'4" or 5.
Yeah.
Jay Cutler is about to. He smokes cigs. Anything women want, he has.
And he has the attitude of a guy that just gets to. Like
100%.
He could
Not a worry
give
in the
fuck.
world
He could give a fuck about you.
about anything.
About just anything.
And now he's a reality TV star.
Yeah.
On a show that women watch.
Yeah.
Like this is going to be unfair.
It's
This is
unfair.
going to be absolutely ridiculous.
Hide your wives, hide your girlfriends.
I hope he stays on the reality. I've never seen it, but I hope he stays in the reality show.
I've never seen the show either. I can't imagine he can carry his own show.
Scott, no, I'm saying like they're on the show. It's like they're getting divorced, and he's single life, just like getting pussy.
I feel like it follows Cavallari.
It 100% does.
Yeah.
But still.
Yeah.
She also the reason for divorce was marital misconduct. So I was looking it up, and it's like apparently that can mean anything, but not good.
What?
It's either basically cheating or some type of abuse. At least that's what people were saying.
If it's cheating, look out, guys.
Come on, well,
Jay
you're going to blame
Cutler's
Smoking Jay Cutler for dipping his pen outside the company ink every now and then? Get out of here.
If it's abuse, we're going to pull a Donald Trump and tell you that we never said what
Yeah, we
we
take
just
it all
said.
back.
We never said that.
We take it all
Yeah.
back.
So if you think so, it's a hoax.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody said he and Ben Affleck need to bar hop. I don't think no one said that he and Ben Affleck need to bar hop.
They
If
do.
If Jay Cutler and Ben Affleck went bar hopping, you better stock up on cigs because they're going to be out. That block is going to be out.
Yeah, out of
real
tobacco.
quick.
Here's something.
Mm-hmm.
You know the Duck Dynasty guys?
Yeah.
There was a drive-by shooting at their house. Someone drove by and shot a bunch of bullets in their house.
Tell me this: they don't have like a property, like an estate. I feel like
that was my first thought. Is one, they're really wealthy. Also, I think they live in like bumfuck Louisiana, right? You could probably buy your entire town. So like, I'm sure you got some
it's all
type
swamp
of,
hen.
and they're gun people.
That's the thing, Henry. Louisiana
Swamps
is,
scare me.
It's all the same. It is all swamp. So there's only so many places where you can have a road and a house without it being you're worried about
Sucked
being submerged.
into the swamp.
So the road might be near the house. That might be Did anybody get hurt?
No, but they're all shaken up.
I can only imagine.
They're all shaken up.
Man,
A drive-by seems very personal.
yeah.
It's about as personal as you can get.
Who do you think did it? You think it was their competitors? You know what? That's a thing I want to talk about too, really quick. They're the Duck Dynasty guys. It was like, hey, we made duck collars and now we're rich. How the hell do you get rich making duck collars?
I think they made the only duck collars. Remember talking to somebody who hunted?
How many duck collars are purchased? How many people in the United States own a duck collar?
I don't.
I don't.
I
I don't
don't
know
know
anybody who does.
Anyone we know who hunt has one.
You think so?
Like Moffat and Bounds and AJ. Like people have
do
duck
they
collars.
have multiple? And is this a type of thing? Can
Depends on the duck you're looking for.
Can somebody look up the price of a duck collar? Because like,
No, I'm with you. It's kind of like
Let's say-
saying we invented those clapper things. It's
Yeah.
like two hands and they clap together
no, those
when
things
you
are
shake
fucking
'em.
everywhere, dude.
Okay, what am I thinking of? It's like inventing
It's like inventing a
dog whistles.
Dog.
I think dog
Yeah,
whistles
dog
pretty
whistles.
good.
Dog whistles. Totally. It's like
Yeah.
it's inventing anything that like
Not everyone who even has a dog has a dog whistle.
has you communicate with animals.
Yeah.
Um,
Talk about the biggest cheat code in any movie with animals ever. The guy is in Albuquerque. The dogs are in New Jersey.
Yeah.
He blows the dog whistle. 5 seconds later, the bad guy gets caught up by all the dogs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's so fun.
I would like to actually get a dog whistle. Does it work like that?
I don't know.
It can't, right?
I
What on earth could this pitch be that all these dogs run to it? What the fuck? What's the logic in a dog whistle?
is everything just really loud to dogs? Or is
don't know.
Is it different?
And also, there's just one pitch that makes them want to go to it. Like, what
Yeah.
would be the human equivalent? Like the ice cream truck noise kind of thing? Where, like, it reminds you of happy times and you want to get where that noise is coming from?
Must have been. Although I think that a lot of it too, I know that dogs with like squeak toys and stuff, the high pitch, it's supposed to resemble a squeal of an animal that they're killing because dogs are wolves. And so I
interesting.
assume that it's something like that where they're like,
That's what
"Ooh."
squeak toys are?
Yep.
That's
That's why they
weird.
bite down on it and it's supposed to sound like a squirrel when it's like, eh. Yeah. Because I fucking think it's awesome. I think it's about as metal as the little drummer boy.
Almost.
All right. Well,
almost.
we have to stay on as long as Elena is looking up how much a duck collar is, because let's generously say, Henry, that 1 out of 300 people owns a duck collar. I'm saying collar.
You said 3 people?
I'm saying 1 out of 300. So 1 million
Okay.
people in the United States. There's 1 million sold in the United States.
Yeah.
If this thing is $30, okay, you've made 30 million, but that's that's just 30 million in revenue. That's not even close to profit.
Got a lot of costs, Jack.
A lot of costs.
Got a lot of costs.
So it looks like it's anywhere between. Okay, well that's a big range, Elena. It's between $10 and $55. Okay, so let's say 30. I was about right with 30. 30 million. How much of that is profit? All I'm saying is this is a family that is like we have money out of our ass.
Yeah.
And they sell duck collars. I call bullshit. I think there's something else happening there.
I think they're hiding. They're laundering something somehow.
They're laundering something.
Bringing in some cheddar in those swamps.
Yeah, I mean,
they get to see the poppy and turkey and they process it.
I've never seen the show, so maybe, just maybe.
I used to like the show.
Yeah.
Like 10 years ago. It was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Long time ago.
I like that the guy's slogan was something Jack. Take it easy, Jack.
Something like that?
Yeah. It was something like that. But it had Jack in it.
Hit the road, Jack.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's basically all.
Yeah, that's it. Well, this was a Tuesday pod, so for all you haters out there saying there's no way they're going to do it.
Yeah, you can't do a Tuesday pod.
We did do it, and we're going to do it
pod.
more.
Yeah.
Okay? Sundays, Tuesdays. Shit, we might do one Thursday.
We'll try to do one tomorrow.
I don't know.
We'll try to do one Thursday.
That way it's like an every other day thing, and it's a repeatable schedule.
Let us know if you want us to talk about anything.
Yeah, no one says living expenses got to be low, and that's true. You're not paying,
yeah, no, you're right.
You're not paying much when everything is swamp and all the local places are catfish.
Tweet at us or DM us if you want us to talk about anything, because we're basically just talking about stuff.
Yeah, honestly, Twitter's probably the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, because what happens with DMs is we get the DMs. Oh, should we say with the Instagram?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So I don't know if you guys have noticed, but we created a new Instagram account. It's called the O'Shea Brothers. Basically, what's happened is we're the bad boys of Instagram. So our largest, well, it was our largest account. Now TikTok, we have more followers, more traction on that stuff too. This is sort of inside baseball, little business for you. On Instagram, we've basically been kind of like permanently suppressed by them.
Keeping us down.
Why I don't know, but I'm sure.
Want to hold us down, hold us back.
If you guys follow there, I'm sure you guys have noticed that. Unless you
just don't show our shit to people who follow us anymore.
Unless you have notifications on, really, or unless you go to our page, you're not going to see any of our stuff.
It's not going to be on your feed,
which hurts our stuff and it hurts our growth. So
cripples us.
So we we basically were like, okay, we could decide to do this in 3 months from now, or we could decide to just do it now because inevitably it seems like we're gonna have to do it. We created a new Instagram account. It's at the O'Shea Brothers. We're still Pool Boy, but it's at the O'Shea Brothers. Go follow that if you guys haven't already.
Yeah, we're gonna start posting shit there.
We're gonna start posting all of our stuff there. Things are gonna get exciting. We have a lot of sketches sort of like backlogged that we're gonna start posting there. That's why we stopped posting on Pool Boy TV. And hey, we're gonna check the DMs on that one. So things are changing, including us. We're gonna start really checking DMs. That's what's gonna happen.
Start needing some changes.
Start needing some changes around here. All right.
Ricky rock and roll. Only one thing left to say.
Kick it.
You don't understand. I ain't scared of you motherfuckers.
By Luke, by Tyson, by Elena, by Nolan, by Flower Nation, cool name, and by everybody else. We will see you guys soon, or we'll see you another time. See ya.